really good. You guys have to be really good with your questions today. We know it's another Saturday morning, and we're doing a countdown of about I'm guessing almost seven weeks till we have most of these new SaaS products coming into play. So it's gonna get real busy for us here over the next few weeks. I want to remind the leaders we have a special call with both Craig Pickering and Bob Steed Tuesday morning. So I want just you leaders to remind yourself of that call. And we could not be more honored and Jerem, I'm going to ask you if you can also mute people out that need to be muted. Please mute yourself out if possible, team, so that we don't get any background noise when Kat comes on this morning. So Kat just told us, first of all, we feel very, very lucky to have Kat on the call today. In the time since we all got involved in May, when we first came on, I kept hearing her name. And I wasn't sure who this person was that everybody was talking so positively about. Cat this, cat that, and oh, we'll have to ask Cat. And so I thought that's both an unusual name. And then when I found out she was in compliance, I thought, oh, we're going to have some problems now because compliance, right? And then when I don't know if you guys are like me, but you went on and they had those two compliance videos, and I went and I saw one of them, and they had the recommendation was not to use the rocket emoji. I said, "What is going on?" I said, Gordon, what is going on with this company, you know? But nevertheless, we could not be more thrilled to have Kat on the call with us. And I was explaining to her it's a very casual thing. It's Saturday morning, noon out east, all of us have things to do. I told her, don't worry, it's a hard stop half an hour later, so we could get going. And so most of us, I was going to tell Chris next Saturday, Chris, is the start of college football season. And it kicks off in Dublin, Ireland, between Iowa State and Kansas State. So I'm excited about college football season. But so Kat, I've heard so many great things about her. And as you remember, guys, we had Craig Smith on a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking. I said, hey, I think we've gone through corporate. We've had everybody that we could have on corporate. And he said, have you had Kat? And I said, I don't know, we have not. And so we're lucky to do it. And so I think she might have been a little bit nervous with, you know, this strange group that we had, probably because Craig told her in advance it's a strange group. But
Not at all.
yeah,
Not at all.
but anyway, so I'm going to just be thrilled to talk to Kat. And I was going to ask her a couple of questions to kind of get things kicked off. And then you as leaders, if you have questions or you think of questions as you're going, we'll let you guys ask a couple of questions. So thank you, first of all, for being here. We couldn't be happier. We're a pretty excited group, Kat. We see all the SaaS products that are coming down the line, and we anticipate
Yeah,
from talking to Bob and Craig that, over the next,
exciting.
yeah, over the next few weeks, we'll be introducing these products, and then these teams, boom, they take off,
Hmm. Yeah.
and we couldn't be more excited about that. So my first question to you is, how did you get involved in this crazy business with Bob and Craig? I mean, how's the connection? I mean, you're out there and they're out.
Yeah, yeah.
How did this happen?
Well, I mean, I think I'd have to first explain how I got into blockchain and crypto
Okay.
because that's the first thing. I've been in, I'll put my slide up just so that everybody can kind of see a little bit of my background, a little bit, if you don't mind me sharing that.
No, not at all. Go
And then
ahead.
I can chat about it and you guys can see.
But you look
Oh,
much smarter with
oh,
your glasses. I just wanted
oh,
you to know that.
oh, really? Okay, well, good,
Yeah.
good, good. Um, Here we go. Okay. There's a
Okay.
little bit of my background. And then I also put on here for all of you all my email and my LinkedIn. So you can feel like you can reach out to me. I want to be accessible. So that's on here. So I'll leave this on here so you guys can, get some information. So I got into this space about four and a half years ago.
Oh, hang on. We ask you to mute, guys, again, and Jeremy,
Yeah.
track it down. Oh, it was Vaughn. Okay. Oh, sorry, Kat. I
No
apologize for
worries.
that.
No worries.
Okay. Yeah, I think we got a handle on it. Okay.
No worries. Okay, great. So I got into this space about almost 5 years ago now. A friend of mine who lives in Utah, we worked together for years. You're probably all kind of know his name, Brian Ferry. I don't know if
Oh,
you've heard his name.
yeah.
So Brian Ferry and I've been working together not only as best friends, like he's probably the brother I've never had, but also working in different areas of business for the past decade. We actually were with a medical device company. That's how we met years and years and years ago. Took a company public, and he actually left that company, went into blockchain and crypto probably about a year and a half before I left. And then he does this weird phone call one day and says, "Hey, I want you to take this interview. We need compliance." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! You're in this crypto Ponzi scheme stuff? No thanks." I was like, I'm in FDA, healthcare compliance. It's very clear. No thanks. And he was like, he told me to get a hold of myself and stop acting that way and take the interview. So I took the interview, just kind of like seeing what it was like. And it was actually with about 9 attorneys.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, it was 9 attorneys. I get on the call and I'm going, the first thing I said was, okay, I'm on a Zoom call with a bunch of attorneys that are in crypto and blockchain. Why do you need a compliance professional? This makes no sense, And they were like, good question. We need someone like you that knows how to train people with soft skills, people skills, that have great organization skills to take our legalese and help people understand it. And then they still like you because they don't like us, but they'll like you. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. Like, that makes sense. So I actually took the job and I worked with a law firm with crypto attorneys for about 3.5 years. And that is actually how I learned everything about crypto and blockchain compliance, straight from attorneys. And the best training you could ever get, right? And those attorneys I still work with day in, day out. So any of these companies that I work with or partner with, like Cirrus or whatever, I have my finger on the pulse of everything legal with my attorneys. And it's just been the best experience because as I've kind of navigated into this space where it's been a little unclear, right? We're now getting some clarity. I'm now able to turn that complexity and I say into confidence without promising anyone a ride to the moon. That's what I like to tell people because we're in blockchain, right? We're in a space where we're creating a utility token. It's not necessarily playing the crypto market, but what I'm passionate about is exactly what Cirrus is doing, and that's basically giving people real world products where you get rewarded for using it. We're already paying for Zoom. So why not pay for Meeting that's coming out and you get rewarded from the blockchain for paying for that subscription, like for participating in a blockchain ecosystem. That's what I'm passionate about. And then I'm also passionate about helping people do it the right way. We've got so many bad actors out there. We're the good ones. And I want people to do it the right way. And it's not hard, right? Let's just know what's out there and make sure we're doing it the right way. So that's a little bit about me and how I got into this space. And I couldn't be more excited
No,
about being here.
that is absolutely super. Let's have you come back on camera so everyone
Yeah.
can get to see you
Okay,
again.
did everybody get my email?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
we
good.
did. There we go. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, so you get involved in this crazy business. Now, I got to tell you, as funny as it sounds, many of us have a negative connotation when we hear crypto. I think many
Mm-hmm.
people in
Yeah.
this do. We have some really great professionals, leaders that are with us who have been on the good side of crypto. So there's some good things occasionally that happen in crypto, and we hear all the war stories
Oh
and
yeah.
thing like that. But I'm going to turn it over to Gordon for a second because Gordon, you were asking a great question about the difference between Cirrus And I mean, we already have talked about the SaaS products that are coming. So, Kat mentioned that, which is the same reason we're kind of involved. But you had a great question, Gordon, and why don't you just go ahead and ask Kat that question?
Sure. Well, Kat, first of all, love the name, love your
Oh,
presentation. You're excited about things. You get people excited as soon as you start talking, and I'm excited. So thank you
awesome.
for being there for all of us.
Sure.
I guess my major question is, there's been a lot of talk about the future potential of a coin,
Mhm.
and I do not believe that it's really uh, good to start thinking about that and talking about that too much and using that. So my question for you would be, do we ever mention a coin in our future? Do we ever, I mean, will we get in trouble for doing that? Are we going down the wrong track? Or is that okay?
Or
That's a great question. That's
Yeah,
such
or
a
I
great
was just
question.
going to say, or do we just refer to it right now? Gordon knows we're referring to it as tokens and rewards,
For
and
digital reward.
yeah,
Yeah.
digital rewards. So
That's
there
a
you
it's
go.
a token. It
Hey,
is a token.
you
It is
can
a digital
fire him
reward.
right now, though. You can fire him.
No, no,
Just
I love it. It's one of the best questions. That's a great question to ask. And it's okay to talk about the token and the digital reward because you're getting that for your participation, right? But it's the way that we talk about that token. It's not a crypto token. I've had people say, well, I came to this project. I've been involved in so many decentralized blockchain projects. And they're like, I came to this project because I want to make money. I'm like, then you need to go play the crypto market. You're in the wrong space. This is decentralized blockchain projects where people are taking real products, putting them onto blockchain so that people can earn a reward for their contribution. That's why you run a node. I'm a node operator to a lot of different communities. And of course, I'm a compliance person. Do I look at that and think, man, I hope one day potentially it's going to do great for me? Well, yeah. But guess what? It's not going to have that potential unless all of us as community members continue to grow that ecosystem, right? Be a part of the community and contribute, which means get more node owners, helping to support the infrastructure, get these products out there, tell people, don't buy Zoom, subscribe to Meetin. You get a digital reward when you subscribe to this product and use it for virtual meetings. And that digital reward soon, because what's going to happen is once we get these products rolling and rolled out, one of the next phases is you'll be able to utilize that utility token that you earn to use it to purchase your subscription, like pay for your
yeah.
subscription to Meetin. So that's going to come down the way. And what do we call that? That's called utility. We're
Uh,
going to be utilized. That's a utility token. So being able to earn a token, which is you're earning once we go main net, and I'm hearing that it's next week. We're going main net, and you'll get legit crypto tokens in your digital wallet. That token, you'll down the road here soon, you'll be able to utilize that for paying for your Cirrus Safe, being able to help pay for your Meetin product. That's creating utility for the token and also keeping it within the ecosystem. So that is what we're about. And creating more products. I tell everybody everything should be on the blockchain. Your
it's
telephone service should be on the blockchain. I mean, everything we do should be on the blockchain because we are creating a token within the ecosystem and being able to use it within the ecosystem, pay for other services, but also you're able, once it gets to an exchange, hey, you get to use it for some of your services, but you also could, once the token price goes up, be able to have a little bit of extra money if there is potential growth. And of course, we don't focus on that. If you focus on that and tell people, hey, buy this node, you could go to the moon, then the United States is not going to look at that very well. The Clarity Act is going through the Senate here in a couple months. And the whole purpose of having a digital commodity, which is what you earn from a decentralized blockchain, is being able to have utility for it. So basically, that's the clarity we're getting. No, it's not a security. So SEC, back off. It's not. But then they're also going to be looking for projects just like ours. The United States is just like ours that actually understand it is a digital commodity, it's a digital reward, digital token that we can use within our ecosystem. That's what I'm pumped about with Cirrus because I've been a part of a lot of projects. and all they sell is nodes.
That's right. And I would
And
think,
that's okay, but you got to think about other products, because if you just sell a node, where are you going to use the utility for the token that you earn,
well,
right?
we're
So
really proud of the
it's
fact that,
brilliant.
yeah, no, it is brilliant. And to be honest with you, Kat, even though we haven't been in the space very long, we haven't seen others who are, we feel like
Agreed.
one of the first people that are introducing these,
Real products.
yeah, products. And
Yeah.
yeah, I want to be first. I want to be ahead
Yep.
of the game because the concept that we can set up a program where we can be paid commissions, overrides off our people that we bring in that are using these products in a very good way, get rewarded for those products. And by the way, we found it amazing that the first subscription product that came in was Cirrus Safe,
Yeah.
and that it was, cost us $10 a month. And we were receiving an average of like 20, what do you call them? Points? Would that be
They're
the,
digital rewards.
yeah,
You're getting a digital
yeah,
reward, a
yeah,
token. Yeah.
20 digital rewards a day, like 600 a
It's
month
awesome.
for a
Mhm.
$10 product. And then here we come down the road here with the credit card, with streaming,
Yep.
with travel, with this
Meeting, the virtual meetings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And so we're excited about that. Scotty, I see you
Scotty
got
has a
your
question.
hand. Yeah, I see you have a question. So Scotty, feel free to go ahead and ask your question. I'll put you up on the screen. And anybody else that has a question, please do that.
Hey, thank you
So
so much,
Steve,
Steve. Great day, everybody. And Kat, hey, it's nice to meet you. And thanks for being here with us and taking these questions today.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, appreciate it. So I am probably where you were 3 years and a few months ago. I'm just learning about all this. I
Okay.
try to be a fast learner because I know it's moving fast and time is valuable today. Um, so I just recently had learned about nodes within the last 6 months, and I
Okay.
learned about Brian, and the fact that you guys are so close is awesome. And I
Yeah.
happen to have nodes in a couple of other projects he's in. And from what I've been told, he's kind of like the godfather of nodes projects and layer one
Sure.
blockchains.
We
And
we tell him that, but we don't want to
yeah.
make his head too big. We got to keep his head small,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. But they said if he's in a project, because he can kind of pick and choose because of
Mhm.
his expertise, and if he's in a project, he's only going to take something that makes sense. So
100%.
obviously, that's great feeling of security and being able to put your head down at night with Cirrus. But there's a couple others that I know that he's with that I've got nodes in. Trusted Smart Chain with T7X and the Parlor guys, and so my question is, when you are best friends, he's like a brother with the best of the best, no question. It's not to make his head big, it's just true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
We
fact
are.
that
Yeah.
he's here is safe and secure, and that you're here makes me feel even better. But why Cirrus when you probably could have gone anywhere with him? What about Cirrus?
Okay, so that's a great question. So I'm actually involved in those other projects as well, believe it or not. So yeah, I am. So, because I'm a consultant. So, the Cirrus is the one, and the Cirrus product, the Cirrus company, and the projects that are coming aboard, and all these different. That's the part that I'm the most excited about, because throughout the years that I have consulted with, I would say over 25 different blockchain projects. Like I said, if they're just selling nodes and they're not focusing on the next steps of getting real products onto the blockchain, integrating, then it's not a great place to be, because you're creating a utility token. And after a year of selling nodes and you don't have other products on the blockchain, what are you going to do with the utility token? What do you do with it? And a lot of people will just go dump it after
Mhm.
a year if there's no other products to utilize what? The utility token. And that's the whole point. And so I'm super pumped about those other projects you were mentioning, but also this one as well, because real products are coming. These are products that people use every day. I'm a consultant, I'm in the corporate world. I use virtual meeting every day. I only have to get dressed from this way up most of the time. No one knows I'm in yoga pants and bare feet, but I'm in virtual meetings every day. Why not participate and earn a digital reward for doing it? Why not? I have to have so many storage places for all the confidential stuff I have to store for the attorneys I work with. Why not have Cirrus Safe that's literally secured. It's on the blockchain. It's immutable. Blockchain's immutable, can't be changed. Why not have that and then get rewarded to use it? So I'm just really pumped about how quickly Cirrus is moving, getting products. They're not playing around. And it was about 5 months ago that they came to me and said, "What's your biggest advice to me?" I said, "Get your products out. Don't fool around. Continue to sell nodes because you need a ton of node operators. You need a ton of community members in this project. People like you, Scotty, people like you, George, people like all these people I'm seeing. We need community members that want to build a sustainable ecosystem. We want community members that are involved in saying, hey, what if we, once this blockchain goes live, we're going to have a community call. We want involved community members. If you've got an expertise that you think you can bring to the community and you can devote some of your time to that to help the community grow, yes, that's the whole point and the whole beauty of decentralized blockchain. Not one C-level, C-suite of people making all the decisions. It's me, Scotty, George, Gordon, Jeff, Kevin, Donna, Dave. I'm seeing you guys. We all get to work together to grow this ecosystem. And you guys can bring other products to the Cirrus team and say, hey, what about this product, guys? And the Cirrus team, because they are a centralized company, they can work out all the negotiations and then interact that product to the blockchain. It's a beauty. That's that distinction between the blockchain with all of us, we're the community members, and Cirrus. You guys are part of Cirrus. You're independent contractors working at Cirrus, but you're not on the managing team of Cirrus, right? But you can bring products to the blockchain. You can bring ideas to keep making this blockchain thrive and grow. And that's what Brian and I are passionate about. We're passionate about products that want to do that, companies that want to do that, companies that just want to sell nodes all day. We're like, okay, where's your real utility? Show us your utility, So, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Hey, just let me, if I can add one thing real quick, Steve.
Sure.
So, a lot of us on here, our background is some of us years, some of us decades in network marketing. So all these projects that you guys are involved in, they're all high value. They're all great projects. But when you think of multi-level marketing, I mean, we're Amway, we're Herbalife, we're Nu Skin, we are. And I'm proud of it. So, but when we're talking about the ability to take something that's tied in with nodes, but out to the masses versus just a few, would you say that Cirrus is probably one of the best, if not the best position for literally mass adoption on a global scale?
I would say so, yes. And if we're doing it the right way, because I'm going to be full out honest with you guys. One thing I'm very serious about is being honest. Mixing MLM with blockchain puts a big old target on us.
Sure.
Right? And that's because people want to go out there and say, buy this node, you're going to make money. Don't do that. None of us have a glass ball. We don't know, right? We're out here just working and getting this message out. But the thing is if we sell the mission and the vision of what decentralized blockchain is, where we all get to work together and make decisions about awesome products, and we literally put products to interact with the blockchain that solve real world problems, and we can get rewarded to do it and then utilize that token, then we're compliant. But if we only sell it by selling distribution, we could get in trouble. So we've got to just be all like on the same page about that, because I'll be honest, there's lots of ways I can make money. There's lots of ways we can all make money, right? I want to be a part of products that I can be passionate about, that I can be excited about, not just go make money. Man, I don't want to do that, right? It doesn't. Simon Sinek would disagree with that, right? So think about it. What's our why? Our why is getting this technology out to the masses and tell people, if you're a node operator, you get a voice. Get in here, be a pioneer with us, and be a part of what we're doing.
Scotty, I'm glad you followed up with that question, because
awesome.
Why us as opposed to somebody else? And that is why, brother. That is why. Whoever got you in the business, they must have done a good job of selling.
Must be really good.
Yeah, it must be really good.
Thank you, Kat.
Yeah.
No worries.
Fatai,
Jeff has his hand up.
Fatai, do you have any questions real quick? Because we're going to have a hard stop coming up.
Yes. You know what, Miss Bonar, hearing you speak is like it's like you're speaking love language to me. I just love it. I can feel your passion. I am right there with you. That's why I jumped project, because I did have a chance to be a part of a decentralized token economy project 7 years ago, but I
Okay.
believe they weren't ready. And the market that they were going into, the technology wasn't there to bridge into blockchain. So everything
Mm,
that you're talking about, I'm so excited about. But my question is to follow up kind of what Scotty said. So I want to be able to use my talent to teach our community, but I want to
right.
do it and remain compliant. So my question is, when we are teaching or when we are training to show um, the how the I wouldn't say the value of necessarily the coin or the crypto, but how the token grows, everything that you said. Are we in compliance if we then say, this is where we're at, this is what we're growing, and because I did a training where I showed the market cap for other cryptos that are already live on the exchange because that's our plan
Right.
long term.
Yeah.
Are we in compliance? I did not put the price or what the value of that crypto. I simply let the market so they can see what the market cap is of that crypto, and then they could do their own going to coin market cap and seeing the value there. It's just to give the broader picture of what it could be, but I didn't say, particularly that
Right.
that's what we were going to be. Is
Right.
that is
So,
that in compliance?
well,
Sure,
it's yeah,
that
it's a
we stay compliant.
yeah, it's good that you're like saying it's a third party, right? And the biggest thing you
Mhm.
have to do is explain that, make statements like, look, I can't give you any financial promises. I don't know the future. But what I can say
Yes.
is the more of us jump on this blockchain, the more of us jump into what we're doing, we can therefore, through our actions and contributions together, create more utility for the token, which could
Love it.
possibly, which could possibly create growth,
Possibly.
right? So
There
you
we
want to talk about utility. It's not about
go.
giving people a financial promise or promising them financial gain, because that right there is where, with the Clarity Act that's coming out, that one prong of the Howey test, no financial promises, we got to be careful there, because we can't make promises. And
I,
sometimes people will show those pictures of third parties and say, look what theirs is doing, that's going to be ours. And that's why I don't like the rocket ship, because it gives the
Got
reference of, we're going to the moon. You'll laugh at this. The other day somebody sent me a Despicable Me graphic that had him holding the moon and said, can I use this cat? And I literally went back to them and said, do you think I'm dumb? Do you not think that I know that that's just like a rocket ship? Like, I was like, no, you can't use that graphic. They're like, oh, and I'm like, if you want to go sell Bitcoin, you can use a rocket ship all day long. We're not selling distribution, and we're not selling a Bitcoin. We are selling amazing products, and we're hoping that we can create the utility for the token and create a sustainable ecosystem. So it's all in how you say it. So just be very careful. And it's okay to say, guys, I don't know the future, but the potential of this ecosystem and the growth with all of us working together and all of our contributions, I don't know about you guys, but it's pretty exciting to me.
okay,
You
so
can say that.
I I'm
got
going
it. Thank you.
I'm just going
Perfect.
to have one more question for you, Kat, because we
Mhm.
want to get you out of here.
Oh,
Uh,
you're fine. You're good.
on a good timetable. And I want to remind everybody that she gave her email address
Yes.
so that you
Email me.
do that. And Kent, if you're still on, by the way, Kent, I wore a Vans t-shirt last week because I thought you'd appreciate that, but or whatever. But Kent, are you out there? He may not be.
I
Uh,
am.
oh, good, good. All right. So, hey, I just want to turn the time over to you. I'm going to let you ask the last question. I want to apologize to Jeff and all these other people that I've seen.
I'll
Um,
be glad to jump on again. If anytime you invite me, Steve, I'll be on.
oh, you know what? Thank you very much.
Anytime.
That's really sweet of you.
Of
Okay,
course.
go ahead, Kent. I can't find you to put you up on the screen, but nevertheless, go ahead, ask your question.
Hey, Kat, thank you so much for taking time with us today. And may I just say how thoroughly impressed I am with your presentation and your moxie and
Oh, thanks.
everything you seem to know about this, because it's so critical that we are compliant in whatever function of business we're doing. Compliance is so important. So thank you for being a part of this and
Of
helping us do
course.
that. My question is, you're talking about the utilitarian usage of the rewards, which I totally get. Are we forever and always going to only be limited to that utilitarian use, or at some point, and I'm not asking for a promise or anything, but at some point, will there be a ability to take those rewards and turn them into cash equivalent? Is that
Of
also
course,
something
yeah.
that will happen eventually?
Yeah, so the more utility we create for the token, let's say we continue, you can use it within the ecosystem, but also, and I'm just going to say this, it could possibly cause the token to rise. And I look at it like this. Eventually, I'm hoping with all the different nodes I'm running that one day, if my husband and I want to go on a vacation, I'm able to pay for within the ecosystem, pay for my products with my token, but also maybe I need an extra $5,000. If I have the token there, I can go take a little bit out of a third party market exchange and I've got a little extra cash there to be able to take a trip or something. The goal is that we create liquidity for this token, but we do it the right way because it is a utility token. Using it within the ecosystem, we can never make any promises that it can have any value outside the ecosystem, but it very well could one day. But it will take all of us working together to do that. A lot of people will get into a decentralized project and look at me, Craig Pickering, Bob Steed, Craig Smith, and go, okay, make me money. Why is my token not going up? Because I'm gonna go, Kevin, Steve, Brenda, Dan, aren't you guys part of the decentralized project? Let's all work together. Let's get some more products out here. Let's pass on the word and tell the people that have their products use their token within the ecosystem. That's going to create more utility. That's going to cause the system, the ecosystem to be sustainable and thrive and give us possibilities for us to be able to go out and possibly be able to go to a third market and maybe pull some into cash eventually. So that's the whole point. But it is a utility token. So focusing on that first in a decentralized project is how we're going to get to where we want to be some days. So that's the whole point. Does that help you? Does that
Yes,
help?
that's a great answer, a wonderfully compliant
Yeah.
response
We just
that I
can't make
greatly that I
promises.
appreciate. Thank
We
you.
can't
Hey,
make
Kent.
promises.
Hey, Kent.
So
We're
yeah.
we're thrilled. And Hank, I apologize, and other people again. We will get back on that. But I just wanted to know, do we have a feel, Kat, as to when we might possibly hit an exchange? Is it based on like the number of people we get involved who buy nodes? How is it
Yeah.
determined
It's a
when
good
it's
question.
the right time to go to the exchange or when it'll happen?
That's a really great question. Sometimes we're going to get listed to an exchange and we won't even know it, believe it or not. Some
Oh,
exchanges, because they're third party, they just see it and they see all the great potential of things going on and they list the token. It just happens. Sometimes I've been a part of projects and they're like, whose idea was it to get on this exchange? Not ours. It just happens. Like they're third parties. Sometimes third parties want to be a part of the excitement. So that could happen. There could be some exchanges that the community, all of us, are interested in and wanting to be a part of. A couple months down the road, the point about a decentralized blockchain, we want to have some really good utility for the token before you hit an exchange.
right,
Because
right.
what'll happen is and I've seen this happen time and time again, if you just sell nodes and a ton of people have tokens and there's no utility, people will go dump that token. And then it gives the impression of a pump and dump. And we don't want that. That's not what we're creating here. We're creating a decentralized blockchain project where you can participate and be a part. And it's not my responsibility to create all the utility. It's all of us working together. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to charge all you. If you know of a great product that you think would be great on a blockchain, you bring it to Cirrus. Say, this is a great idea. We think this is awesome. People use this every day. Health apps, apps where people use to help cook in their kitchen, those things. Wouldn't it be great if every time I needed a recipe, which I go to YouTube or Chat GPT, I get rewarded for pulling up that recipe, every time I use that app. So anything can be on the blockchain. We need to be, as a community, looking for those things to create that utility. And then a couple months down the road, we get on exchange. So yeah, of
Well, thank you so much,
course.
Kat, for being with us this morning. We have a very excited group with what's coming, obviously, and to realize that most of these things are going to be introduced over the next 7 weeks or so
Yep.
just really adds to the excitement and what we have going. And then it'll be hard for us to slow down. At that point, don't be surprised if Craig and Bob try to steal you away full time.
They're talking about it.
Yeah,
They're
I
talking
mean,
about it.
that
So,
we understand the importance of that kind of thing too. Hey, team, thanks for being with us today.
can I
We'll,
say one more thing, Steve?
yeah, sure, absolutely.
I am making myself available by email. I'm one of those people that's like, there's no question that's a dumb question. And if you're new to the space, feel free to ask it by email. I gave you the email. Um, you could even message me on LinkedIn because I'm on LinkedIn too. I want to be available. And if you, when in doubt, ask because I don't want anybody to say something that they didn't know they should or shouldn't say. If you've got a website, I've reviewed a few websites for some people here at Cirrus that you want to make sure you've got the appropriate disclaimers and things as an independent contractor. Feel free, shoot it over and say, Kat, can you take a look at this? I need like 24 hours, to do a review because I've got a lot of things, but I want to make myself available so that people don't feel like you're alone in the space and you don't have anybody to ask because we need to be the good ones. And I'll tell you this statistic 70% of the people in blockchain right now in crypto are bad actors. 70%. So we're the good actors, we're the good people. But that was the same way when the internet came out. Nobody liked the internet. I think Katie Couric in 1998 said, "What is this internet thing? It's weird. It's creepy." You know, that's how people feel about blockchain and crypto right now. So, when in doubt, feel free to email me. If I don't, I want to be here to assist you and help you understand things. I just want to make myself available, Steve.
Well, you're absolutely super, and we're thrilled you will come back again.
Yeah,
We'll probably wait until we get our actual SaaS products going,
yeah,
and we
that'd be
can
great.
ask specific questions and things like that. And team, hang in there. And for you leaders, know we have our call coming up on Tuesday morning. Just want to remind you. And Kat, thank you again,
Of
and
course.
appreciate it. And we are 8 minutes late, so
Sorry,
we got you
it
out
was
of
my
no,
talking.
no, we got you out of here 8 minutes late. I feel bad.
No worries. It was me. It was me.
Oh,
I'm a
no,
talker.
no, no, that's great. Hey, thank you very much. And
All
we'll see
right.
you soon. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.